like I'm going insane, turning every dollar into motocross terrain. Hearts racing, candlesticks rising. We gap up on the charts and jump through the air. Dirt surfing like we just don't care. I'm chasing that gate drop, flying around the track, living out my wildest dreams through Moto Trade today.
What up, Moto fam? So, it's day one. I'm gonna go full on with my dream, but I gotta do it financially, but financially smart. And my dream and my goal is to really prove to myself. I had the mechanical teachings from my dad, and kind of gave me the motocross, career that I had, me and my brother. But it just always kind of sucked that I didn't have the money or the training or a lot of things that the best they could do was given to me. But I'm always striving for more, and I felt that dirt bikes was what I wanted to do and kind of live for, and just ride dirt bikes all my life. Of course, went 15 years without riding, and I had a lot of ups and downs. I've spent my years learning and striving and not giving up. And I want to prove it to myself, and I want to prove it to others. I welcome people to come along, but the goal is going to be to have our funds, have our money, finance our sport, finance our love, finance our children's future, secure in our future. And I really believe that there's a way, if you're smart and continue grinding, and putting your money to work, to where you can do it with the money you put your money to work with, and not your hard-earned labored money that I know so much of us do. Is we work hard and work multiple jobs, and we go train, we go ride, we wash the bikes, we do the mechanical work, and it's nonstop, and we love every minute of it. But at the same time, it sometimes causes the hardship, the fights and the arguments, always going all in most every time, or it's nothing. So all in or nothing kind of thing. And so this is my goal, and this is what I want to do. I want to live my life in freedom, just like I feel free on the dirt bike. I want to be in shape. I'm not in shape right now, so I'm gonna have to work hard to get back in shape, and to be back to discipline, because that's really what it takes. We all know that. And the hard work and the hard work ethic. So, I find it fun. I find it enjoying that I want to wake up in the morning. I want to check the markets. I want to get an idea, get a feel, a pulse on financials. I want to place my trades and make some money or lose some money. But at the end of the day, or end of the month, end of the year, there's always ups and downs within the market. So yes, it takes a little while to build it. I'm not really built fully there at all yet. I'm going out on a limb. I believe in myself. I believe in what I've learned, taught myself, is nothing that I've spent almost 10 years learning the markets basically and trading in general, and I'm still learning and going to continue to learn all my life. This is always adapting. But I found myself having some success at it, and kind of ironically, you know, I have a relationship with God, and I talk to God all the time, sometimes daily, sometimes weekly, sometimes monthly, but we have the conversations. And there was things I was going through in my life, which some would love. They would love to have the, traveling 6-figure corporate position. But it's just something I found that I really didn't enjoy, and I wanted to be with my family, and it wasn't my dream. Maybe your dream, but it just wasn't my dream. And, you know, whether you laugh at this or not, but by praying to the Lord, I ended up, I think he answered. I had an accident. I was messing around on a pit bike and I broke my leg, put me out of work for almost 4 months, and pretty much 4 months. And I had ups and downs in the markets, and I had some really a good but 3 months, and I made around $50,000 a month, which is really good. But it wasn't really like money in my pocket kind of thing. So, I still put that money to work, and, it continues to work because I had the job, I had an income. Like, there wasn't no reason for me to pull anything out. So, I really believe that I want to listen to that calling. I think he gave me the advice in a tough way. And I did prove myself. Going back to work, I debated whether I should quit and do this full time or go back to work. And, my wife really wants the security of a job, and I don't blame her. But I can't help that I think this is the right way. I think by choosing that, I may go down paths that I struggled with years ago, and I don't want to go down that anymore. I want to be responsible. I want to be a loving husband and father, and I want to build this to pass on to my kids and nieces or nephews or whoever whom wants it and can take it on and step up, and part of my calling is also, taking care of my whole family. It's not just my wife and my kids, but I do want to take care of my mom and dad. I want to take care of my wife's mom and dad. I want to take care of my brother. I want to take care of my brother's family. This is something that I just grew up wanting to accomplish. I want to be free as a bird. Like, I feel free on the dirt bike, and I love it. Yes, I crash, and yes, we get hurt. But there's no other feeling of freeness, right? If you ride, If you don't, well, cautious and be careful and get training. And you may love it and you may not. Or you may just love the journey and the support. I plan on putting a regimen together, a schedule. I just got done riding a bike mountain bicycle. So I'm a little sweaty, but I want to lose some weight, and I want to live the rest of my life on, 2 wheels, and be financially stable. So welcome aboard, bro.